Hey guys, I did another super exciting market, and this was called Pawliday in the Park. So they had dogs that were available for adoption from the animal shelter, and they had a bunch of different vendors, mostly dog themed, or like there were some vets out there. There were a lot of dog portrait artists, so there was a lot of artists and a lot of dog or pet themed booths. So this was honestly probably my most fun market I have ever done. I really enjoyed this market. It was super fun. So this was an outdoor market, and it was from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. And I am a huge animal lover, so this event was perfect for me. I pet so many dogs. Like, honestly, it seemed like I pet like 100 dogs. It was so many. So many people came to the park and brought their dogs, and then there were so many dogs for adoption. And honestly, all of the vendors that were here were amazing. I did get some videos of a few of them, so I will go ahead and put them in and tell you about those people. This girl was super sweet. She made all of these clay magnets and dishes by hand, and they're super cute. I did end up getting a couple of magnets because I just love them. I absolutely love the artwork that this lady did, and I did end up buying a print. It was the clown print, so I have that one, and I really just loved all of her artwork. One of my favorite vendors was the pet store, and I love the pet store. And I was so happy they were out there. They had snakes for sale, so I will put in the video of that. So if you're scared of snakes, just fast forward like a minute. These are all the little snakes that they had, and I thought they were super cute. These ones I didn't get to pet because they were young, but they did let me pet the big one. And so they actually let me wear the biggest snake around my neck, and it was super cool. And the snake's name is Sally, and she was so sweet. And the crazy thing was, she was super cold. Like, I was hot outside in the sun, and right when they put her on my neck, it was like cooling. It was like they put an ice pack on me. She felt so cool. And then they also had some tortoises there. I didn't get the clip of the tortoises because by the time I went back to get a video, they had already put the tortoises away. But I actually got to pet the tortoises, and they let me pet their little feet and their head. They were so cute. And then they also had 2 bunnies with them. So at the beginning, I went in and played with the bunnies, and they were super playful. And then by the time I got the videos near the end of the market, they were super tired and just laying down, but they're still super cute. And someone even brought their cat to the market, which was amazing. They had a pet stroller, and once I saw the stroller, I was like, ooh, I want to see what's in there. And it was a cat, and it was so cute. I believe it was a Scottish fold cat, and it was super cute. But she took it out, and it got a little overwhelmed because it was so loud at the market and there were so many people around trying to look at her. So it was a little bit nervous, so she put it back in. But I did get a picture real quick while she was holding it, and it is just so cute. It kind of reminds me of the cat from that Argyle movie. I don't know if you've seen that. I only watched like half of the movie, but it kind of reminded me of the cat from that. And then one of my favorite dessert food trucks came to this event, which was super exciting. So what they have, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it, so sorry if I'm saying it wrong, but I think it's called taiyaki, and it is a Japanese dessert, and it is, you may have seen it online before. It is like the fish-shaped waffle, and so it's not really like a waffle cone with the ice cream. It's more of an actual waffle, but they put the ice cream in there, and it is so good. It is one of my favorite desserts, and so I was super excited that they were there. So I did get some of that, and I will put the picture up of it. But like I said, this market was just one of the most fun markets I have ever done. And also, a couple of the ladies that work at the art center said that I could possibly teach some crochet classes there. They're looking for a crochet teacher, so that is super cool. So far I have only taught 1 crochet class, but there are so many places in my area that are asking me to teach there because they have so many people that want to learn and they don't have teachers yet for it. So I might be doing that. I really do like teaching and I do want to teach some more, but I'm just super busy, and so we will see. Eventually I will teach them, but I'm not sure exactly when yet. So this booth fee cost me $50 to be here. This is my first event that I have done at this place. So this is a park next to an art center. So it was ran by the art center and it was in the park. I'll go ahead and put my video of my booth before the market. So this is my booth before the market, and it was windy, so I could not put stuff up as high as I normally would. So normally I stack my cubes to 3 and I could only stack to 2, and stuff was still kind of falling over. And like you've heard in my last few videos, it has been super windy lately. It seems like every market I have done has been extremely windy. And so this one was also windy. It wasn't as bad as some of the other ones, but it was still pretty windy. So we did end up putting, I think, 2 walls up to try to block the wind. And it did pretty well. I only dropped like one thing blew off in the wind, but I was able to pick it up and it was okay. And the crazy thing is that I made dogs specifically for this event, and then I completely forgot them at home. And I was so frustrated because it's a dog event and I made plushies specifically for it. But the day before, I was organizing all of my plushies and putting them into the totes, and I put all the dogs in a bag, and I thought that I put them in the tote I was bringing, but apparently I put them in the tote that I was leaving at home. So that was kind of disappointing, but I still did okay without them. So I will go ahead and get into what I sold. So in the first hour, I sold 2 items. I sold one of my mini chicks, and that sold for $12. Then I sold a corn, and it was a yellow variegated one, and that sold for $20. And then in the second hour, I sold 2 more items. So the first one was the baby Leggy frog, and that one sold for $14. This frog I've had around forever, and it has not been getting attention. I haven't been making any more because the Leggy frogs haven't been selling well for me lately. So this is just the last one that has been around at my booth for a while. And she asked how much it was. I was like, I was originally going to sell it for 15, but I was like, I'll take it for 12, like, because I was just glad someone was interested in it. And then she went ahead and gave me 14 for it, which was really nice. And then I sold another one of my mini chicks, and it sold for $12. So in the third hour, I sold 4 items. First was one of my spider pins and a red popping mushroom. So those sold for 18 together. The popping mushroom is 15, and then the pin is 2. Then I sold one of my classic bees, and it was $15. Then I sold a popping mushroom, and this was the green speckled one, and it sold for 15. Oh, and then I realized I actually sold 2 more items in this hour, so I actually sold 7. So the next 2 things that I sold were pins. One was my frog pin, and the other one was my dog pin. And so those sold for $4 because they're 2 each. Then in the next hour, I only sold 2 items, and they were 2 more of my pins. One was the spider pin, and one was the frog pin, so those sold for $4. And then the next hour, I only sold 1 item. So I sold one of my mini cats, and it was a tan variegated one, and that sold for 15. And then in the last hour, I only sold 1 more item. So I sold another pop mushroom, and it was a purple one. So pop mushrooms were very popular at this market, and also my pins were very popular. So this last one, the pop mushroom was 15, and then he gave me a $5 tip as well, which was really nice. So in total, I made $144 plus a $5 tip, and the booth fee was $50. So I pretty much made like $100 at this event, which is not great, but honestly, it was so fun that I didn't really mind that I wasn't selling a ton. It was super, super fun, but I really, really am hoping that my upcoming markets will turn out better than this, and I am changing the way that I'm going to have signs for the pricing of my items, and hopefully that will be more clear what my prices are and also draw some more people into the booth. So, and I'm also getting some new tablecloths in because mine are broken. Mine are the ones where they kind of wrap around the bottom of the table, and all of them have ripped on the bottom, so you can't take them to the bottom of the table anymore. And so I ordered some new ones from Amazon, and they are different where it's not super stretchy like that. Like these ones, if you don't have it wrapped on the bottom, it's not even going to go like halfway down the table, and you can still see all the totes and stuff underneath. So I'm buying these new ones that are supposed to be fitted, but it just goes straight down all the way to the ground, and it doesn't hook on to the corners of the feet. So that should work better to hide my extra totes under the booth, and also hopefully they won't get torn as quickly or easily as the other ones did. So I think I forgot to get an after video of this event. I usually do a video before and after, and I forgot the after one this time. But I didn't sell like a ton of items, so it probably didn't look that different anyways. So I still have quite a few more markets coming up soon. So if you want to make sure to see those, please make sure you are subscribed and give the video a like if you enjoyed it. If you've watched the video all the way to the end, leave a dog emoji in the comments so I know who watched all the way to the end. I really appreciate it. I am trying to get my watch hours up slowly but surely. And I have so many videos for you to check out next. So I will link more of my market vlogs here. So this is a playlist that has all of my market vlog videos in it. So over here, I will put a video that YouTube suggests specifically for you. So I really appreciate you watching the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.